Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in session with Sumit, we are going to look at how we can plot the flag of India in Python using Matplotlib. Now before I explain you the code and explain you all the part of the code, let me first of all give you a brief idea about how you can plot any shape in Python using Matplotlib. So if I take an example of plotting a rectangle, so if I consider the flag will be something like this. So it will be having three rectangles, one on top of the other, with a circle and with a black dot, or maybe a dot. Now if I need to plot this flag, I will be required to plot one rectangle over here, then on top of this one rectangle over here, and on top of this one more rectangle. So basically I need three rectangles, one with the saffron, the white color, and the last one is your green color. So let me write a step. So step number one is to basically plot all three rectangles. The second one is you need to add the circle. So add circle. Then the step number three is your to place a dot. So put a dot. And step number four is finally you are required to put all these spikes. So spikes. Now remember, we have 24 spikes in total, so we need to plot these 24 spikes, and each spike will have a shape that is something like this. So this is my one spike, it will have a shape that is like this. Okay, now in Matplotlib, if I wanted to plot a rectangle, we have a function which is known as rectangle. Now it takes the input as x comma y. Now this x comma y is basically your coordinate at the lower left. So coordinate at your lower left. Now basically if you have this x and y axis, and if you wanted to plot a rectangle like this x and y which we put over here, or which we provide the input to this function, this will be pointing to this x and y, basically this x and y. So what is the coordinate of this point? Then we need to also add the width and the height. So what is the width that is required, what is the height that is required, and then we can simply plot a rectangle. So using this particular function we can plot all the three rectangles. So all the three rectangles with different colors, so we can fill different colors on these three rectangles. Then we need to plot a circle. So to plot a circle we have the circle functionality, so plt.circle, and then again it takes x comma y. Now this is a center, then it takes the radius, then again which color you want to fill, and then if you wanted to have some border, then what is the width of that border, and so on. So you have multiple attributes that you can add. And then if you wanted to put this dot, you can just say plt.plot, and you can first of all provide the location. So x comma y is my location of the dot, and here I can say marker is equal to circle. So this marker is equal to circle. So plt.plot is basically used to plot any shape. Now since I am just providing a particular point, it will and the marker is a circle, so it will plot a circle, and I will also fill it so that it is a filled dot, it looks like a dot. Now finally this drawing these spikes is quite difficult, so I will try to explain this in a much detailed way, don't need to worry. But let's before understand these three steps in Python, and then we can understand this fourth step in Python. Okay, so now let's try to actually plot the flag using Matplotlib in Python. So first of all, let me load my library, which is matplotlib.pyplot as plt. I will also be required to import numpy, because this will be required when we will try to plot these spikes. So let's import this. Now I will first of all create the my first rectangle. So plt dot rectangle. Over here I need to provide the lower left side, the lower left end of the rectangle, the data point. So the data point that belongs to the lower left end of your rectangle, that is what we need to provide over here. So in my case I will put this as 0 comma 1. 0 comma 1 basically means my x-axis is 0, y is 1. So I'm keeping this particular rectangle one step above the x-axis. Then I will provide the height. In my case I will put height as 2, and width, now width will be 12. So now I need to put the color. So face color is equal to green, and the edge color, so edge color is equal to gray. Now if I run this, you will see that it is actually a patch object. Now patch is basically a matplotlib object, and this patch is basically it is a figure which you can put on top of a empty figure. So if you have an empty space, a space, you can actually put this patch over that space. So let me draw a empty space. So to get a empty space where you can put a patch, you need to use the subplot functionality. Now here I am using the subplots functionality, not the subplot, but there is a S. Now this basically provides me with the with an empty area on which I can put my patch. So if I run this, you can see that I have a empty area which is having 0 comma 0 to 1 comma 0 and 0 comma 1. So it is having the length as 1. And now let me put so now if you look at here, we have a tuple, and this tuple has two attributes. One is your figure size with the size of the figure, and the second one is your actual plot. So this particular thing will be my plot. Now on top of this plot I will put this patch. Okay, so let me first of all save these two attributes into two variables known as n and m. So nm is equal to plt dot subplots. Now I will also put this into a variable known as a, and now I will try to add that patch. So I will say m, which is my figure, so m is my figure, m dot add patch, patch, and my patch name is a. So I will say add patch a. Now if I run this command, I will not be able to look anything because I have not run my show functionality. So if I run this, still I don't have anything over here. Now the reason I am not able to get anything because I have not scaled my axis. So over here, if you can see, the shape of my rectangle is having the width as 12, the height as 2, and it starts from 0 comma 1. So particularly the shape of your rectangle is very much different from this default size, and that is why it is not visible over here. So I'll say that please scale my axis according to the patch. So scaled. So this will basically make sure that your figure is scaled according to the patch that you are providing over here. Now you are getting some error. Now this is basically saying that you can't put single artist in in more than one figure. So this is your single artist, which is A. Since I have run this command 2 times, I can't put the same artist on the same figure. So let me just change the artist name to A1. And now if I run this with A1, I will be able to put the artist. So you can see that I have the rectangle, and this rectangle is having the width as 12, height as 2, and you have a color which is green. Now let's try to put one more rectangle, which is white rectangle. So I'll just copy this. Now over here I will put instead of A1 I will just put B. Instead of this I will put 3, because my next patch or my next rectangle will be from this particular point, which is 0, 3. So 0, 3, height and width will remain the same, color will convert to white, and the edge color will be gray. Let me put the third one also, which is your saffron one. So let's put this C. Let's put this to 0, 5. Everything will remain the same, but this will so for saffron we have the code as double F, double 9 and double 3. So let's run this. Now we have 3 patches, so we need to add all these 3 patches. So m dot add. Now my second patch is patch number B, and the third patch, so over here there will be a dot, not the comma. The third one is m dot add patch and your C. So now you can see that we have completed the step number 1, in which we were required to create all the three rectangles. Now my next step is to put a dot. So to put a dot, I will use the PLT functionality. I will just say PLT dot plot. I wanted to put a dot in the middle, and the middle part is 6, 4. So this is 6, this is 4. So I'll say put the dot in 6, 4. It will be of the kind O. It will be of the kind O, and I wanted to put a color, mark a face color, which will be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 88, double F. Now this is basically your dark blue color, and then I also wanted to mark a size. So in this case my size will be 9.5. Now again, if I run this, I'm again getting the same error, and the reason is I've already used this A1, so I'll just change it to A2, and this B1, BC1. Here I can change this to A2, B1, C1. Now I'm just changing it because I am showing you each and every step, but you actually don't need to do it. A2 is not defined. Okay, I have not run this code, I think. So now you can see that I have the black dot, the blue dot over here. Now my next task is to have the circle. So to have the circle, I will again use the PLT dot circle functionality, and this circle will again take the center. So my center will remain the same. 6, 4 is my center. What is the radius? So radius I will keep it as 0.8. Now why I'm keeping it as 0.8? Because if I keep it as 1, I will, so that the circle will touch my borders. So just to keep some margin from top and bottom, I'm keeping it as 0.8. The next thing that I can do is to say fill is equal to false. Now why I'm saying fill is equal to false? Because I wanted to keep the circle empty, and in that empty space I'll be having the spikes. And the last thing is your the width. So your line width, is equal to 7. Again the same error, because I am running it more multiple times. So just let me change the number, and that will solve the problem. Again, this is I am only doing because I am running it for multiple times, but you don't need to worry about it. In your case it will run directly. Okay, okay, I have not added this patch first of all. Okay, so let me put it over here. Let me say this is my D, is equal to, and I again need to change the numbers, or let me maybe restart my kernel, and till that point let me add the patch. So m dot add patch, and this will become D, and let me remove these numbers now, because I will run this complete code at one shot. Okay, so now I have not used this functionality for adding patch, because plt.plot will return you the plot, whereas this plt.rectangle and circle will return you the patch, and that is why both rectangle and circles are needed to be added to the plot. So that's why I'm saying add patch. Now let's run the complete code. So and then let me run this. Now you can see that I've used the incorrect color, maybe. Okay, I have not provided the color. So in this case my face color will be the same color that I have used over here. And let me again restart my kernel. Okay, so instead of face color it should be color. So let me again start my kernel. Let me again run the code. And now you can see that we have the the outer circle and the inner circle with all the three rectangles. Now my next task is to add the spikes within this circle. So I will not write the code, I will try to copy it and I will try to explain it to you. So let me copy the code. Let me first of all create a figure so that I can show you the spikes that are created. So let me say j comma k is equal to plt dot plots, subplots. Then I have the radius, so radius is 0.8, and then I have, so instead of this patch I can have plt, and instead of this I should have k. So let's plot it. Okay, this should be plt instead of this pi, and over here also plt. So now you can see that these are the spikes that are created. Now before you move into the actual working of this particular for loop, we need to first of all understand that what is this polygon doing. Now what is a polygon? A polygon is basically a plane figure which is created by connecting various straight lines, and it is connected in a loop. So basically I can randomly connect any 4 data points, and this should be connected in a loop. So any figure that I create out of it, it is a polygon. So if I try to create a polygon, and so while you create a polygon, you need to provide the list of all the data points which you wanted to connect. So in my case I will start with 0, 0. Then I will go into the point which is 2.5, 5. Then after this I have 3, 9, and after this I will have 1, 6. Now this is again my patch. So let me add it to a variable known as, let's say p is equal to this. I will create a plot. So m comma n is equal to plt dot subplot, or let me create a new plot which is q comma w is equal to plt dot subplots. Now I will just say w dot add patch, and then I will put my p, and then I need to mention show together with the axis as scaled. So axis is scaled, and your plt.show, this is very important. Now you can see that this is basically a polygon. So I am basically connecting these four dots, which is 0 comma 0, then 2.5 comma 5, then 3 comma 9 over here, and then finally 1 comma 6 over here. So this is my one complete polygon. Now this is what happening, this is what happening over here. We are trying to calculate these points, and then we are trying to create the polygon, and so each spike over here is a polygon. Okay, so let me just show you a explanation about this in my presentation. Now let's try to understand what is happening in this particular code. So first of all, let's try to understand what this figure is. So if you look at over here, I have said that close is equal to true. Now if I don't put close is equal to true, I will get a figure that is something like this. Now this particular center is your 6 comma 4, which you already know. Then you have p comma r. So this particular point is your p comma r. Similarly, you have t comma u over here, and you have finally q comma s. Now this particular code is trying to get all these points calculated, and then it is drawing the polygon. That's the thing it is doing. Now let me draw a polygon over here. So this is one of the spike that I have. Now you know this is 6 comma 4. Then this particular point is your p comma r. Similarly, this is t comma u, and last one is your q comma s. Now the way we are doing this thing, so what this code is doing, this part of the code complete, r divided by 2 np.cos something something something. So let's try to understand this. So if I have a right triangle, something like this, if I have this theta, now if you look at this particular figure, this particular circle is basically your inner circle, and the length of this, the radius of this particular inner circle will be r divided by 2. So basically this length is r divided by 2. So I can write over here, this is r divided by 2. Now this is my x-axis. So over here this is my p, and this is your r. So this is p, this is r. Now if you refer to your basic trigonometry, your cos theta will be equal to your p divided by r by 2. Similarly, your sine of theta will be equal to your r divided by r by 2. Now this, let me write this as capital R, just to differentiate between both the r's. So if I want my p, I can just say it will be r divided by 2 cos of theta, and similarly your r will be equal to sine of theta and r divided by 2. So basically this is what is happening over here. I am just trying to find out this p and q, which is this data point, and I am doing this thing by using my r divided by 2, which is this part, then cos of theta. So this complete thing is theta. Similarly your r, so over here this is your p, this is p, this is r. So in r we are using sine of theta, and in p we are using cos of theta. Now over here what is happening within this, so first of all this is considering the half triangle. So sorry, the half quadrant. So this is your half quadrant, something like this. Now within this half quadrant you will be having 12 spikes. So 12 spikes in half and in the above half, and 12 spikes in the lower half. Similarly, each spike will have two triangles. So this is triangle number 1 and this is triangle number 2. So basically I have 24 spikes. Each spike have two triangles, so total number of triangle is 48. So I'm basically dividing my complete half space into complete space into 48 triangles or 48 subpart, so that I can calculate this theta. Okay, p comma r, this is p comma r, so we will add, and to get this point q comma s, we are subtracting it. Okay, now regarding your t comma u, which is this point, we are not taking a radius divided by 2, because this complete length will be r. So I'm just taking r, and then I'm also not taking this plus and minus, because I don't want it to rotate my theta. So my theta will remain in its position, and that's the reason I'm just directly using np.cos, and I'm just dividing by 12, so that I can change my spike. So for spike number 1, I will having a different t and u value. Similarly for spike number 2, there will be some different value, and so on. Now once I calculate all these value of p, q and everything, I am plotting the polygon. Now once I plot this polygon, each polygon will return you a spike, something like this, which is then added to your figure as a patch. So I'm adding this to a figure as a patch, and then you are basically getting your inner spikes within your chakra. Okay, now we have already seen this code, so we already know what is happening over here. So let's now add this code within this part, which we have already done. And what I will do, I will just change some parameters. So I wanted to have radius, so I'll just copy my radius over here, I'll put it over here. I will remove this from this point, so because I already have this over here, instead of equal I will have scaled. And do I need to change anything else? Also let's try to, okay, this is m, so this should be m dot this. Okay, let's try to restart my kernel, and let's again run the code to check whether this is working or not. So let's run this first part, the second part, and this is your third part. So now you can see that we have the triangle, like we have the Tiranga with us. We can also get rid of this axis also. We can just say plt dot axis, and we can off this. So if I off this, I will not be having the x and the y axis, so I'll just having the plot. So let me restart it, because if I don't do this, I will get an error. So now you can see that we only have the Tiranga, and this is what was required. So guys, thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe to my channel, please like this video, please comment on it, and please share it with everyone who is working in data science field. It takes a lot of effort to create these kind of videos, so please appreciate it. Thank you.